everyone, and welcome to Nutrition and Foods with Context. Today we will talk about oats, a versatile ingredient used for their several purposes all across the world. So the outline of the day looks a little bit like this. We're going to talk about what are oats specifically, its environmental impact and sustainability, their nutritional value, their numerous health benefits. I have prepared a quick recipe of overnight oats for you, and we're going to end the presentation with some other fun recipe ideas. So, what are oats, or by their Latin name, Avena sativa? Oat is a grass seed. It's a cereal grain that comes from the oat grass. It was cultivated for consumption a lot later than other cereals like wheat or barley. It was first considered a weed in the fields, actually. It was first domesticated in the Middle East and then sent to European countries mixed in with the other cereals. It became popular because it could survive in harsher conditions, so it would grow in a colder and more humid environment. It was first used as animal feeds, but it is now a popular ingredient in all of the world for its numerous health benefits. Oats are a great source of proteins, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So, where are oats grown? Oats can be grown in a more acidic, humid, and cooler conditions. However, for a proper grain formation, proper for harvesting, it needs sufficient water and heat. Although oats are grown all over the world, it is mainly grown in the northern hemisphere of the world, especially in northern European countries. The countries that are main producers of oats are Russia, Canada, and Poland. So let's look at the structure of an oat seed. It's separated into four parts, but I will only speak about the bran, the endosperm, and the germ, as the hull is a part that is often removed prior to processing the oat seed and it is not digestible by human beings. So the bran is the harder outer layer of the grain. It contains the most fiber and is a rich source of B vitamins. The endosperm is the biggest section of the grain. It contains starch, another type of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It also contains lipids. So it is a little bit like the energy reservoir of the grain. Oats have a higher fat content compared to the other cereals. It is not necessarily beneficial for human beings. It was more useful in animal feeds as it provided more energy. So the germ is the last and smallest section of the grain. It contains dietary fiber, iron, zinc, and more nutrients such as vitamin E. So there are five types of oats, which are classified depending on the different ways that they're processed. The larger the thicker the pieces, the longer it takes to cook them. So first of all, we have the oat groats, where the germ, the endosperm, and bran are kept intact. Sometimes the bran is removed to form another cereal called the oat bran. After we have the steel cut or the Irish cut, where the oat groats are cut into halves and thirds. So we still have larger pieces here. It could still take a little while to cook them. The third type is the Scottish oats, where the oat groats are ground into a meal, so there are no longer large pieces. The fourth type are rolled oats or old-fashioned oats, where the oat groats are steamed, rolled, flattened, and dried to have a better shelf life. And the last one are quick oats or instant oats. So oat groats are steamed for even longer, they're flattened thinner in order for it to cook faster. However, some brands sell already sweetened oats when it comes to quick or instant oats, so make sure to check the label to see if there's any added sweeteners or sugar. Oats come in other forms as well, like oat flour and oat milk, but the shape is so radically changed, the oat grain is so radically processed that the nutrition and health benefits will vary. So let's talk about the sustainability. Fortunately, oat crops are sustainable. They are crops that have very minimal requirements. There's no need of irrigation. There's no known significant damage to air, water, and soil. It has a moderate water print as it takes 2,500 liters of water to produce 1 kilogram of oats, but it has a very low carbon footprint. They obviously require crop rotations every 3 to 4 years just to avoid drying out the soil and depleted of nutrients. The nutritional value of 1 cup of instant oats contains 317 kilocalories, 8 grams of fat, 7 grams of fiber, which labels it as a rich source of fiber, and 11 grams of protein, which is considerable as it is a plant based protein. It is also rich in vitamin E, thiamine, which is vitamin B1, magnesium, and zinc. It's naturally gluten-free, but there's often cross-contamination in processing oat seeds. So for people who have a gluten allergy or who have a celiac disease, should definitely check for a gluten-free label prior to buying oats. There are many health benefits associated with the nutrients contained in oats, the most prominent one being fiber. The majority is soluble fiber called beta glucans. Beta glucans can slow down your digestion and increase your satiety, which is your feeling of fullness. Directly, it will also suppress your appetite. It can lower your cholesterol and it will promote a healthy gut microbiota, which is the healthy bacteria that lives in your intestines. Whole oats are also a good source of antioxidants that reduce the damaging effects of chronic inflammation, but also it can reduce the effects of acute inflammation on the surface level. For instance, oats in a bath can help soothe the itching of eczema flare ups. Oats also contain vitamin E in the germ, as mentioned earlier. It has protective effects against some diseases like cancer or arthritis. Oats also contain a lot of protein, which is important to the growth and maintenance of muscle mass. So, since oats have so many health benefits, I'm sure you're wondering what are the links with chronic diseases. So, oats can reduce the risk of heart diseases. It can, by lowering your blood cholesterol, it can give you a better control of diabetes. It can vary with the type that the oat is processed, but it can maintain your blood sugar more or less stable and avoid high spikes. It can regulate your constipation or other digestive problems. So, as the fiber breaks down, it is fermented by your gut bacteria and it can increase the diversity of the bacteria in your intestines and help with some digestive issues like diarrhea or IBS. So I have prepared a quick recipe for you. I chose to make berries overnight oats because it's a recipe I absolutely love. It's ideal for rushed mornings when you're in a rush to go to school, to go to work. You just prep this the night before, put it in the fridge, and it's ready the next morning. Keeps you full for a longer period of time, which helps a lot. So the ingredients are super simple. Just make sure you have some dry quick oats, chia seeds, frozen blueberries, fresh strawberries, and I use soy beverage, but you can definitely put the beverage of your choice. And you will also need a sealed jar to contain everything. So I have prepared a little video. So here are all of the ingredients. There's no cooking required. Really, it's just a fun assembly of ingredients, and it goes in the fridge. Super, super simple. So here we have our quick oats. So make sure that your oats and your liquid are at a ratio of 1 to 1. So if you decide to use half a cup of oats, then you should use half a cup of milk, soy beverage, etc. And then we're going to go ahead and add our chia seeds. So chia seeds are a great source of omega-3. There's another webinar in this series about chia seeds, which I strongly encourage you to go watch it. Very resourceful, very interesting. And then I added some frozen blueberries. If you have some fresh one on hands, feel free to use those. If you use frozen fruits, just remember that if you don't thaw it ahead of time, it will add some additional liquid to your overnight oats. And then I added some strawberries. As I said, feel free to replace the fruits with whatever fruits you like, peaches, raspberries, get creative. Okay, and then last step, just add in a beverage of your choice. I chose to add a sweetened soy beverage, but you can definitely add some sweetener of your choice, like maple syrup, honey. Um, it's up to your preferences. Shake well, put it in the fridge, and then it will be ready overnight, and you can enjoy the recipe in the morning. All right, so oats is actually such a versatile ingredient. You can pretty much make anything with it. So baked oats are resemble a little bit the consistency of cake, and it will feel like you're having dessert for breakfast, which is always a good thing. Hot oatmeal, very comforting. You can make some no-bake oatmeal energy balls, homemade granola, oatmeal banana muffins, oatmeal bread, etc. Just there are a lot of recipes available on the internet. Feel free to explore and get creative. So thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you have enjoyed the presentation. I hope you have learned something. Stay tuned for the other webinars in this series.